Here in this video is a exercise that I like to do with my clients and with myself to work on our lateral flexion of our trunk and strengthening the frontal plane of our spine, while at the same time improving a little bit of our hip flexor mobility by adding a hip flexor stretch to it. So all this is a lateral flexion exercise or a lateral bend that you might do with a band, or you might do it with a weight, or you might do it with a landmine bar. But instead of standing up when we're doing it, we're gonna do it in a half kneel position. So a half kneel position is when you have one knee down, one knee up. So there's a great position if you do a nice posterior pelvic tilt right here. And now I'm starting to get a little bit of the rectus femoris, maybe a little bit iliopsoas stretch if I bend forward. Now we also know if we want to enhance potentially the iliopsoas stretch, if we add a lateral flexion bend away from it, we now can feel that be enhanced, or the intensity of that stretch, right, goes up. But to improve the strength in that frontal plane, we're going to do a lateral bend. So what I do is you can take a kettlebell here, you can take a dumbbell, and a dumbbell might even work better because the issue you run into when you do this exercise is you're going to bend to the side. And if you have plenty of spinal lateral flexion, which we really need, right, for our golf swing, when we go into that downswing, we like to side bend. Right-handers go right, left-handers go left. But when we side bend here, we're going to work on strengthening the obliques, QL of the opposite side. When we go down, lengthen it all and come up. But again, if you have a kettlebell, you might hit the ground and not get that full range of motion, which we want to train that full range of motion. So what could you do? I could take a yoga block. Now, whatever my knee that's on that goes on that. Now I'm elevated, right? So now I have more range of motion. And for me, I can get that full lateral flexion. But when we do the lateral flexion, I don't want to see any rotation forward, rotation back. You got to imagine there's two planes, or panels in front of you, I'm what I meant to say, and you can't whack your shoulder with it. You're going straight to the side and come up. So tuck the pelvis, feel that good stretch, get that benefit. Now I'm going down into a lateral flexion. Now you're really intensifying that iliopsoas stretch, like if you're doing this, but I'm also adding the strengthening of the obliques and QL here when I come back up. So that's why it's a great modification or a different way to do this exercise, because it adds those extra variables of a little bit of that core balance stability by narrowing my base of support by being in a half kneel position. But it also allows me to stretch my hip flexor while working on strengthening and improving my spinal lateral flexion mobility at the same time. So it just, killing multiple birds with one stone with the same exercise, just doing traditional standing and weighted lateral flexion is also wonderful, but it's just a little twist that I like to do with my clients.